Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well on this bank holiday weekend. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine if you're in the UK or elsewhere. Today's video, I wanted to make a video, if you've been following my channel over the last couple of weeks, I've been making a few, short opinion pieces on managers that are in the running to become the new Tottenham Hotspur manager. I thought that there's been some quite significant developments regarding names and links and rumours over the last, well, I'd say 4 or 5 days recently, including a couple of, really strong contenders for it that have emerged. So last time I made a video, it was revealed that Bobby Martinez, the ex-Wigan and Everton manager, had held talks with Spurs, or so Sky Sports has been saying, for him to join the club after the European Championships, which obviously take place in June and July this year. So yeah, I gave a little bit of opinion on him because it looked like he was the strong favourite to take the job. But since then, obviously sod's law that, as soon as I go and make a video, new names appear, new, stories emerge, rumours emerge and stuff like that. It looks as if there are now 2 names which are firmly in the running to become the new Spurs manager. Now, this video isn't to say that these 2 are the only names that have been linked. These are the only 2 that Levy's considering, but it does certainly seem as if, these 2 are going to be the ones that will be fighting it out for the job if it is to emerge that, the rumours are true. So, obviously the first name that's been linked is Antonio Conte. Now, a lot of people will know Antonio Conte from his time at Chelsea. Obviously, I think he was there for 2 and a bit years. He won the Premier League in his first season with them. They were absolutely fantastic under him. Obviously, he plays a rigid 3-5-2 system, swears by that system, made it his own. It's his philosophy, his playing style, very solid defensively. Flashes of brilliance in his teams, obviously with Eden Hazard that he had at Chelsea, Lukaku now at Inter Milan. He's a winner. He's very passionate, very determined, hard worker on a touchline. He goes absolutely ballistic for 90 minutes every game. He has just left Inter Milan following a fallout with their board. I believe, what's the name of the owners? I think it's Suning Holdings, something like that. Are the guys that own Inter Milan, a Chinese conglomerate of people. They disbanded their team in China, and now they have serious financial issues over in Italy as well. And they asked Antonio Conte to trim the wage budget. They asked him to take, I believe it's a 15% pay cut on his salary, and asked him to generate £70 million worth of sales over in Milan as well. For a team that's just won the league, you should be looking to strengthen your team, not weaken it. So he walked out on them. I think they would come to a severance package of £7 million, and he's obviously a free transfer. So there's been big talk that he wants to return to the Premier League and he's interested in the Spurs job. Now, obviously, Antonio Conte is a huge name. I'm not so sure about him getting the job. I think that after 18 months of the players with Jose Mourinho and his very prickly man management, I'm not too sure that Antonio Conte's style of man management and his fieriness on the touchline would go down too well. He's been known to fall out with players before. I'm not sure he's the right fit at this time because he's very short term as well. He's only been 2 seasons everywhere he goes. We need someone who's going to be in for the long term, which is where the overwhelming fan favourite and, bookies' favourite to get the job appears. Now, obviously, Mauricio Pochettino is a man who is held in very high regard by a lot of Spurs fans, a lot of football fans all over Europe for the job he done at Spurs first time round. Obviously, he got us in the Champions League 4 out of 7 years that he was there. He built us up. He moved us into the stadium, the transition whilst we were at Wembley. We were fantastic. Promoted youth, got us into a Champions League final. He is very popular among Spurs fans. Obviously, the way it ended with him and Levy, very acrimonious, and I think it left a sour taste in Daniel Levy's mouth. Now, there's talk that obviously, he only took the PSG job on an 18-month contract, took over in January time, led them to the French Cup win, got knocked out in the semi-finals of the Champions League by Man City, and they lost the league on the last day to Lille, who went and won their first league title in a very long time. So there is talk coming out of France that Poch is very unhappy at PSG. There's been rumours of a falling out with Leonardo, who's a sporting director, and there is even talk that he has asked to leave the club, and he's stated his desire to leave and move to Tottenham. That's what some people have been saying, but there's a huge, what would you call it, cloud over all of this, because with Zinedine Zidane leaving Real Madrid last week, there is talk as well coming out of Spain from AS and Marca that Florentino Perez at Real Madrid has made Pochettino his favourite to, obviously succeed Zidane. So this is a huge developing story. Obviously, Spurs fans would take him back in a heartbeat, or most Spurs fans, I would say. There has been a lot of hearsay on Twitter. Obviously, nothing by the club, nothing by Pochettino himself. But people have been saying that, Poch wants a Spurs job on a couple of, he would only return on a couple of bases. One would be that he would be given a minimum 4-year contract, and he would take over all football and transfer activities and academy, activities. So who leaves the club, who joins the club, Steve Hitchin, the current technical director, would take a back seat, and so would Daniel Levy on signings and stuff like that. They're very, very involved at the club. And Poch has basically said, if I come back, I want full control over that. Now, there has been talk that Levy, is willing to make these concessions in order to get Poch back. Obviously, did such a good job first time round. There is talk that, Levy has admitted that, basically he messed up first time round in getting rid of Poch. And I think that, all the Spurs fans could have told him that at the time. Although things weren't going well, we did state a desire to rebuild the squad the season after we lost the Champions League final. He didn't get it. Yes, okay, he signed Ndombele. I think there was one other, can't remember the other signing. But obviously, the way that they got rid of him without saying goodbye to the squad and appointing Mourinho kind of behind Pochettino's back really did leave a sour taste. So, do I want Poch back? It's very, very difficult to say. Obviously, the job he did first time round was so good and promoted all of the youth. We played the good football. There was a real identity about us as a club. I'm just not sure if Poch going back second time round would be the same. Nothing's changed at boardroom level. Steve Hitchin's still there. Daniel Levy's still there. A lot of the squad that kind of threw him under the bus first time round is still there. Harry Kane wants to leave. I think that it's a huge job, and I think that Poch is too emotionally attached to a lot of these players to move them on, and really kick off a rebuild. So we'll have to see what happens there. I think that the club are definitely going to, at least try and convince him to come back. There is talk that they've been holding talks with him for a week or so now. Obviously, Twitter went absolutely mental with the news that Poch could be returning this week. So we'll have to see what happens. PSG won't make it easy for him to go. Obviously, they've signed him to a deal and they fully back his project. But we'll just have to see what happens this week. I think that, as it creeps closer to the Euros, it will be good to try and get an appointment in there, because obviously, the season doesn't, pre-season doesn't start till mid-July, but you want transfers, you want to start planning training and stuff like that for the summer. So we'll just have to, we'll see how it pans out. I think that they are definitely going to try and convince Poch to come. Conte, I'm not so sure about. I think he might go to Real Madrid or PSG if Poch goes, but let's see what happens. Watch his space. It's a phenomenal development. I mean, if you had to told me last week that, Pochettino might be rejoining Spurs this summer, I'd have laughed you out of town. But never say never in football, do you? Especially when it comes to, your heart overruling your head. You've seen players do it, return back to clubs, and you've seen managers like Mourinho did it, didn't he, and stuff like that. So let's see how it goes. There's obviously some few names still linked as well that aren't them two. Ten Hag at Ajax is still linked. Graham Potter at Brighton has been linked as well. But I do get the impression that it's going to be either Conte or Pochettino. So let me know what your thoughts are. I thought I'd give you a quick update video, let you know my thoughts as to what's been going on at the club, because it's developing so quick. There's so many in the knows and all that are, they're posting Twitter conversations and rumours, and I've heard from the boot cleaners auntie that Poch is joining and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to see how it goes. It'll be a very, very interesting couple of weeks, I think. So, like I say, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on my social media. And like I say, enjoy the sunshine. Until next time, take care. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. See you later. Cheers. Bye.